Yo, what is going on with y'all, man? What's popping? We have another beautiful day to improve and to build. Let's talk about therapy, bro. A lot of people go to therapy, right? And I feel like if you are legitimately mentally unwell, you should probably consider it. I don't push therapy. I've thought about going to therapy because I have my struggles just like everybody else. Normally, it's related to my anxiety. I have a crippling fear of failure. Especially as a father. I'm a role model to a little 2-year old, and he's looking up to me, and he copies every move I do. And it's a lot of pressure, and you got to run towards that pressure, especially if you're a man. It's your duty and it's your obligation in life, and it's unavoidable. You cannot win the NBA Finals, the Super Bowl, any great life achievement without pressure. But I know for me, I had a unorthodox childhood. I don't really have parents, which some would think is pretty sad. Family, not orthodox whatsoever. I've had my challenges and my setbacks inside life. You could say I had the wooden spoon, blah, blah, blah. Insert sad American hood story here, paired in with having a whole bunch of siblings with a single mother. Insert sad black hood story. But, there have been times where my anxiety's gotten really bad, especially when I found out I was becoming a father. Because I didn't have parents, I wanted to make sure that when I had my son that I would be prepared, and I wasn't, right? And I was really struggling to forgive myself, and that was something that I almost went to therapy for, and I chose not to because I didn't need it. And I wanted to fix myself without the help of a therapist because I don't truly believe that a therapist can really help me in life. I was going to therapy because I wanted help with a situation, but all the therapist can really truly do is help you through it and help you identify the situation, help you identify your feelings and your thoughts, and possibly from different viewpoints, and help you get a better grasp of what's going on. You might be able to look at it from a different angle. And at the end of the day, me personally, I think that therapy is a resource. It's a tool, right? Even this channel is a tool, right? Because I make videos. Of course, I love making you guys laugh. I love to entertain. I also try to help people, with the experiences that I went through so you guys can avoid them. Or if I see a good way to hit a lick, I share it with y'all so y'all can get some money too, or maybe get something discounted. But like, I'm a resource. I go to other YouTube channels, and they are also resources. So, at the end of the day, no one, that was kind of gross. Sorry for picking my nose. It just, but at the end of the day, no one can really do the work for you or slay your dragon for you. You really have to face it, and I know everyone has a dragon they need to slay because life isn't perfect. It isn't a money thing. It's not a status thing. Even the people with large amounts of wealth have that thing that like that itch they can't scratch. You might not be home enough. You might, your kids might hate you. Your wife might want to divorce you, or you might want to divorce your wife, or, some crazy thing. You might have a drinking problem. I don't know what struggles are that you guys have or that people have out in this world. But what I do know is that there are so many tools out here and resources, and if you use those tools, it can make things easier when it's time to go and put the armor on and go face the dragon. I don't know what y'all dragons look like. My dragon's pretty scary. It breathes fire. It's very strong, and it don't get tired. All right, my dragon has unlimited energy. 99 strength. All the stats are maxed out. It takes no days off, and every single day I gotta walk up to the dragon. I gotta look it right in his eye and be like, let's go. Every single day I have to. And if I don't face the dragon, then it gets stronger. Because that's what happens when you neglect your life's problems, when you neglect your deficiencies. Everyone has them. But that's why I didn't, that's why I never went to therapy. And I faced my challenges just like everybody else. But I feel like when you're on the couch speaking to the person, like the person's taking in all the information, right? But they're not you. You know what I'm saying? So how can a person that's not you help you with the situation that you're going through? But besides just being a shoulder to cry on, or being able to give you a distant hug, or like a mental hug, or like making you feel like you're safe, or like feel like you can cope temporarily until the money runs out or your insurance no longer pays for it, and then they take the blankie away for support. So these are just my thoughts on therapy, and I truly believe that therapy is a tool, like I said, and that you should really like use yourself and believe in yourself. And even like, if even I'm not saying you should join a certain religion or believe in a certain religion. I'm a Christian. I believe in God, but like faith is important, right? And if you have no religion and you're what do you call the people that don't believe in God? I can't remember what they're called. But let's say you don't believe in any religion at all, and you just think, the credits just roll and it's just black when you die. You better at least believe in yourself, because there are going to be times when you have no strength, you have no endurance, and you feel like you just can't go on, and you're going to need that faith in yourself to keep going, to continue. And I have been there. I've probably only been there once or twice in my life where I'm like, God, I cannot do this. Like, I can't. Like, I am done. I'm done. I can't do this no more. And for me, like I said, I'm not pushing nothing on y'all. This is not that type of channel, but for me, God be getting me through it, dog. God be getting me through it. When I am, dog, I ain't got nothing left. I still got more left. It's incredible. I don't know what it is, but yeah, man, that's my take on therapy, and I feel like a lot of these therapists themselves, they're just like you know what I'm saying? Like, they're human. And the people that wrote the books for their college classes where they got their degree, those people are also human, I believe in like self-development a lot. I think that's a lot more beneficial than going to therapy is self-development and working on yourself. And for me personally, I have read motivational books and books on self-development. I don't anymore, because the last one that I read, it gave me everything I needed, and I never had to go back. And that was Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And I think he came out with another one. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll include it inside the comments. But he came out with 2 books, and he showed up on a Joe Rogan podcast 3 times. And those podcasts and that book did so much for me, because I resonate a lot with him. His childhood, his rough upbringing, lack of self-esteem, not being smart, and I am pretty smart when it comes to certain things. When it comes to IT, I'm very literate. Illiterate? I guess not. I guess I'm not that illiterate, but I could read very well and I could retain information. But when it comes to math, bro, I suck for reasons that I'll get into at another video. From 1st to 3rd grade, math was just not my thing. Like, it was bad, especially once division came into play. It was game over. But that was something I struggled with, and he struggled with that and with many other things, and he found a way to improve himself and to build like almost a whole nother side of him. And I'm not saying that you should pretend to be somebody else, but he has this ability to flip the switch. And it's like he got that dog in him, that's what I call it. I call it having that dog in you, and he has this saying, it's, who's gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the boats? I'll carry the boats. I'll carry the boats. Because he used to be a Navy SEAL, and in his books and his podcast, he talks about the struggles that he went through in BUD/S, and the people he met, and even his life doing ultra marathons, and the mentality behind being an ultra marathon runner, and also just his lifestyle is just crazy, and he calls it being a savage. And he hurt his knee, and he just keeps going. Like, so many obstacles were inside this man's life, from his father being abusive, struggling in military career, people hating on him outside of the military, people talking crap, and he just says, Roger that, bet. And he just uses everything as fuel, and the dragon that I was talking about, the dragon doesn't like that. The dragon doesn't like when you use your setbacks, your insecurities as fuel, as a motivator, and that's something that I applied in my life, and I've never really been at the point to where I had nothing to give since then, because I use everything as fuel. And yeah, I feel like I'm not saying that you have to use David Goggins as a tool, right, or as a resource. That's just for me. But you yourself should find the resource that works for you. And I feel like that would be more beneficial than therapy. Sometimes I believe, in my personal opinion, I believe that therapy can sometimes cripple people from improving, right? Because you're constantly going back. You have to keep going back because they keep getting paid. Also medication, I feel like anxiety meds, like you turning towards anxiety medication has consequences, and to the point to where it's not worth it, right? People on Xanax, people on Zoloft, walking around here like they're zombies. That can cause you to fall asleep at the wheel, can change your personality, can change your energy levels, can mess with your memory, and it also can cause you to be dependent, right? So if you're dependent on something and they take it away, you start to have withdrawals, and that's a whole nother battle that you're fighting when you are already going through something. So, I mean, it's just something to think about. I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist. It's just, it is what it is. You feel me? Like in life, I feel like these days, they've been making a lot of things easier. You know, you really don't have to drive to a fast food place or even to the grocery store. They'll bring everything to you. Now you don't want to wait for your paycheck. You can sign up for an app for a small fee. You'll get your paycheck 3-4 days early. All of these things have made life easy. And, you know, easy times bring weak men. Hard times bring strong men. So, you know, with us taking away everything that made life challenging and brutal, it just creates, you know, people that aren't durable. And that's bad things happen when, you know, bad things happen when people break instead of bending a little bit. You know, I've bent a lot in my life, but I've never broke. I'm pretty sure I am breakable. I don't want to figure out what that looks like, but you know, you guys get it. That's just kind of the way our society is headed. A lot of people want life to be fair. Life is not fair. I did a video not too long ago. Life is not fair. No one owes you understanding. No one owes you empathy. And no one owes you anything. I'm going to be honest with you. You are alone in this world. And although I'm a friendly person, I'm aware that I'm alone in this world. When you vent to others, they may care. Your mother may kiss you. Your girlfriend may kiss you. She may hold you, you know, as you bend or as you break on the couch. But, you know, once she's done hugging you and once you leave your mom's house and you get in your car and you drive off, the problems are still there. So, yeah, man, that's my take on therapy, man. I'm not a hater of people that go to therapy. I know there are people that are, you know, legit deranged maniacs, but I do believe that a lot of people you know, go to therapy or on these medications, not because they have some type of mental problem, but just more so because they're going because they have life problems that they can't deal with. And, you know, everyone isn't going to agree with this video. I'm sure I'm going to get slammed inside the comment section, how I normally do. This is just my opinion. I am not telling you what to do with your life. I'm just giving my honest opinion and my reasoning behind it. And why I would tell my son this. This is information that I would tell my son this stuff, because I would want him to be strong. I would want him to be durable, to be aware, and to be able to recover quickly from losses, from failure, and from being disappointed, because that will happen in life. And that's where the growth happens. My biggest failures, my biggest setbacks, I have learned the most, for good reason. You know, something about pain make a motherfucker listen. You know what I'm saying? Something about it. Something about, you know, something about pain. You know, you bang your head while you're skateboarding without no helmet on. Guess who's wearing a helmet? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you get in a car wreck without your seatbelt, your face smashed against the steering wheel, your nose is broken. You will never, for as long as you live, even if you're going around the corner, ride without your seatbelt, you know. But it is what it is, man. I just want to go holler at y'all, let y'all know this is my take on therapy. And yeah, man, this is what this channel is about: improving your quality of life mentally, physically, and emotionally. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's your boy E-Man. I'm out. Peace.